Guys, I'm so excited. Today I'm having an interview with casts of Pride and Prejudice. So let's start. Zhibek, let's first start with the topic of marriage. Would you choose love or marriage of convenience like Jane Bennet?
Jane deeply believes in a marriage for true love, and I completely share her view. She valued trust and emotional connection above social status. And I think that marriage without love just loses its true meaning. And a relationship built only on convenience cannot bring real happiness. So, like Jane, I would choose love, even if it means waiting longer or facing difficulties.
I agree with you. And Jane's and Mr. Bingley's love story had a sweet and hopeful ending. Do you think Jane's story gives hope to those who are looking for a true love?
Yes, Jane's story gives hope to anyone who is looking for true love. She shows that it's important to be patient and true to yourself, and her happiness with Mr. Bingley at the end proves that waiting for your true love always worth it.
Caroline Bingley is one of those characters who really adds tension and contrast to the story. What message do you think her character brings to the story?
I believe Caroline Bingley highlights the dangers of pride, superficiality, and social ambition. Through her actions and attitude, the story shows us how focusing too much on status and appearances can lead to isolation and unhappiness. Moreover, her attempts to interfere in other people's personal lives, such as trying to bring together Miss Bennet and Mr. Collins, emphasize how manipulation and meddling often result in further tension and discomfort rather than achieving the intended outcome.
I guess portraying Caroline's character was both fun and challenging. Would you try something similar to this role or something new from this role next time?
Playing a character so different from myself was interesting and challenging. But I would rather to play someone more genuine and kind-hearted next time. I enjoy roles that allow me to connect more naturally with characters' emotions. But also playing Caroline Bingley taught me a lot. I feel more inspired when I portray someone whose values align more with my own.
Nazerke, you played a main role, a role of Elizabeth Bennet. How did you prepare for this role?
To prepare for the role of Elizabeth Bennet, I read the script carefully, and I also studied her character from the original novel. I also tried to understand her emotions, her pride, and her sense of justice. I thought deeply about how she would feel in each situation, and I connected those feelings to my own experiences. And I also practiced expressing her wit and confidence naturally, so the audience could feel her strength and honesty.
That's great, you are so hardworking. If you were in Elizabeth Bennet's place, would you act the same way?
Yes, I believe I would act very similarly to Elizabeth. Like her, I value honesty, independence, and following my heart. I would not marry someone just for convenience, and I would stand up for what I believe is right, even if it's difficult. I also understand how important it's not to judge some people too quickly, just like Elizabeth learns during her journey.
Can you tell us about your character, Lady Catherine, and your experience playing her?
Lady Catherine is a very proud, commanding character. She represents the old aristocracy, and she is very concerned maintaining status and traditions. Playing her was a fascinating experience because I had to embody a strong and a somewhat intimidating presence in just one scene. It was a challenge to express so much authority and emotions in a short time, but I really enjoyed it.
That's wonderful. What was the most challenging part of playing Lady Catherine?
The most challenging part was balancing her pride with her concern to her family, and it was important not to make her look purely villainous, but to show that in her mind she was truly protecting her nephew. Also, delivering strong lines like "you are not worthy of him" with the right amount of power and conviction was a great acting exercise for me.
Mrs. Bennet is one of the most talked about characters. Some people think she is over the top, but others see her as a woman shaped by her time. What is your personal opinion of her?
I think Mrs. Bennet is a mix of both. Sometimes she can be overwhelming and dramatic, but she is also a mother who cares deeply about her daughter's futures. In her time, marriage was often the only way for women to secure stability, so just to being practical.
Yes, I agree with you. Portraying such a loud and expressive character must have been a unique experience. What was the biggest takeaway for you after portraying Mrs. Bennet?
Oh, that's a good question. The biggest takeaway for me was realizing that acting and emotion and making quick decisions can lead to bad results. Playing Mrs. Bennet showed me the importance staying calm and using results, not feelings.
Why do you think some people refuse such advantageous offers as yours?
Some people refuse my offer because they don't understand the many benefits. Maybe they hope for something else or don't see good qualities on me. However, I believe my offer is very good for a young lady.
Your character chose a social status over romance. Do you think it's acceptable? Would you personally wait for love?
Indeed. I married for status and comfort, I think. It's very important to the good life, house, and of course, respect. Love is of course nice, but they don't beneficial to me. And I think the smart persons will choose a comfort and respect.
What would you do if you were in Charlotte's situation?
If I were in Charlotte's situation, I would not marry someone I don't love, even if my future looked uncertain. I believe that true happiness comes from love, respect, and understanding between two people.
If you could change something in Charlotte's story, what would it be?
I believe that true happiness comes from love, respect, and understanding between two people. I would prefer to take the risk and wait for someone who me feel happy and valued, rather than choosing a comfortable but loveless life.
Today you are with the cast of Pride and Prejudice, exploring love, pride, and society. But the story doesn't end here. Next time we're stepping into the mysterious world of Jane Eyre. Stay tuned!